Willie D Live.
What's up, family? A 14-year-old boy accused of fatally shooting a police officer before he could get out of his patrol car during an illegal firearms investigation in Newark, New Jersey, was charged with murder and attempted murder, officials said on Saturday. 26-year-old Detective Joseph Ascana died at a hospital, and the second officer shot is recovering from his injuries. These killers are getting younger and younger, and it don't seem like too much is being done about it. It's almost like they want it to go down. You know, it's like they're gonna kill each other mostly, and every now and then if they get one of us, then that's the price we'll have to pay to realize our plan. It's not just the youngsters that are committing violent crimes, but when we see youngsters committing violent crimes, it just seems to hit differently because they're the future. A lot of folks out here throwing their lives away, but the youngsters are leading the pack, committing violent crimes, and it all starts with bad parenting. That's right, I said it, bad parenting. A lot of folks out here throwing their lives away, but it hit different when youngsters do it because the youngsters, the kids, are our future. So when we see them committing violent crimes, you know, it's just a really, really bad look. And it all starts with parenting. That's right, I said it. It all starts with parenting. Then it gets fueled by easy access to guns. When a kid is raised without proper love, guidance, and discipline, they grow up thinking the only way to handle problems is with aggression. I know firsthand. They're taught that violence is the answer, and that's how it spirals out of control. They ain't being taught the right way to cope with their emotions or how to handle conflict without picking up a weapon. See, where I come from, we learned to settle conflict with fists, guns, and insults. And, you know, you see people get killed over little or nothing often. When these kids grow up and the first thing they can get their hands on is a gun, you know it's a recipe for disaster. Some of these kids have never seen a job application. They've never touched a job application, but they've touched a gun before. It ain't just about having a gun. It's about how you were raised and what you're being taught about handling life's challenges. Now, the easy access to guns make it worse. It ain't just about the tools, having the tools. It's about the people who got them. Too many folks out here can walk into a store or make a quick deal and get a gun without any real checks. That's where things go wrong. We're not talking about taking guns away from law-abiding people, but there's got to be some accountability. Before you give somebody a weapon, they need to be trained, tested, evaluated. People need to be mentally fit before they can carry something that could take a life or spiral a life out of control in a split second. Countries like Japan and the UK, they got it figured out. Strict laws and mental health checks that keep guns out the hands of folks who ain't ready for them. The numbers are undeniable, man. Almost 40,000 people died from gun-related violence in 2019 alone. That's families grieving, futures destroyed, and communities shattered. We got 120.5 guns per 100 people in America. That's more guns than people. It's like buying a car without knowing how to drive it and then getting behind the wheel. All those extra guns are just waiting to cause chaos. If we want to change things, we got to start with parenting, man. teaching these kids how to deal with real life struggles, real life issues. Then make sure they're not just handed a weapon without understanding the consequences. That's the way to stop people from throwing their lives away. We got to have all hands on deck right now because our future ain't really looking too bright. Some of us, we're up in age and we got our guns and we locked in our gated communities and we got our alarms on and we're ready. We think we're ready at least. But at some point, you got to go on the other side of that gate. At some point, your family, your loved ones got to go on the other side of that gate. And they're going to come in contact with an uncivilized mutt. However, the chances of you or your loved one running into an uncivilized mutt are far less if we all work together. See, we live in this society where it's every man for himself and we got that only the strong will survive. All that shit sound good. But those who get left behind are going to feel some type of way. And they may not respond in a way that a rational person might respond. They may respond in a way where they feel that they need some vengeance on society because ain't nobody ever looked out for them. So even if you don't want to look out for anybody else, even if you're the most selfish person in the world, it would behoove you to look out for your neighbor. It would behoove you to look out for that little youngster that might be on the wrong track. Try to pull his coattail. Now, everybody can't be saved. I get that. I got it. Everybody can't be saved. But that should be a concerted effort for all of us to try to save as many as possible. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.